welcome to another episode of Parental Guidance with the Baes fam. I'm Ava.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Ian, and I'm tired of this mic pass.
That's how we're going to start every episode.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
Goody. What you guys been up to? Anything new?
No, I have a soccer game tomorrow.
I'm getting ready to go to college, so I just cleaned my whole closet, and my mom was crying so bad.
Oh my gosh.
Girl had a
Why are
heart
you laughing
attack.
at that?
Girl had a heart attack while I was cleaning out my closet.
Oh, wow.
If we could clip that in, I would like that.
Yeah, I'm getting sad because
Okay.
my sister. Okay, let's not talk
let's
about
not
that. Let's change the
This
subject.
is not this episode.
Yeah, that's going to be one of the last, or probably the last special episode where Ava can't be with us anymore. But we're not going to talk about that. Today, we're going to talk about friendships.
That's just the topic.
Friends. What
Friendship.
about your friends? Will they be around? It's a TLC song. I'm old. Do you guys know that song? What about your... Look at the way you guys are looking at me, my goodness.
Side eye.
Anyway.
Bombastic side eye.
Yeah, we're talking about friends today, how friends influence you, how they develop you, how they make your life funny. I'll go first. Or you want to go first? Who wants to go first?
Now you go first because you have some funny stories.
No, I don't have any funny stories.
But what is like the first question?
Well,
What is the first?
So do you guys remember who your first friend was?
I have
Yes.
no idea.
I do.
Ever.
My first friend and my first enemy.
My gosh, no name drop then.
No, that was in kindergarten.
Oh, okay.
So I don't even think she knows who I am anymore. That little.
Okay, so
Right.
you remember, don't name drop. Okay, so you do remember. Was she nice?
My first friend, I can name drop who my first friend was because we're
Oh,
still
then-
friends.
Well, you can just say the first name.
But we're still friends though.
Oh, okay.
My first friend was in kindergarten and her name is Natalie. We were best friends and we grew up on it was like the same block. She lived like one street away from me. And we were friends because we like had this toy that was like the same thing and a little girl tried and robbed it. She tried to take it away from us. And that's how we became friends. And then we would always sit next to each other on the bus and she was my best friend. And I loved her so much, and I still love her. I love you, Natalie. I don't know if you're watching this, but I love you.
You should send it to her.
Okay, I'll send it to you later.
I don't know. I don't remember my first friend, but I remember. I think it was Callie. Seriously, because my first memory, like since about our last episode about church, like since I started, remember like. Why am I stuttering? Girl, like get out the
Stop
words.
stuttering.
No, since I was a little kid, I would always be with Callie, always be in church. So I think she was actually my first friend. Do you think so?
I don't know.
Girl, that's your life.
But like you've seen
Asking
me,
Dad,
but like
you've
seen me grow up, and I've always been with Callie since I was a little kid. So I
Okay,
think
Dad. Who was your first friend? Why? How did you meet? And are you still friends?
Well, first, I don't know if Callie was your friend because if that was your first friend, because you could have had a friend in school. Like Ava, I didn't even know
No.
Natalie was your friend, right? I didn't
What's
even
going
know
on?
Natalie was your friend.
You never know who our friends are, anyways.
Especially now in Colombia,
I
I
think-
never. These guys be like, "Can somebody come over?" I'm like, "Who is this person?"
I think that's a dad thing where like you hang out with somebody. Girl, I was going out with Natalie for like 12 years.
First of all, I liked Natalie because I liked her dad and her mom.
Okay,
Remember
but I was
used
going
to
out with
talk to them all the
Natalie.
time?
I was going out with Natalie for like 12 years, and he'd be like, "Who's Natalie?"
Yeah,
So
but I knew her.
I think it's just a universal dad thing where you hang out with your friends all day,
Who is that?
every day, and they're like, "Who's that?" Okay, sure.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, who is your
I
first
literally
friend?
have to show them a photo so they remember, and I showed them the photo. They're like, "Who is that?"
And you're like, "Oh wait, you hung out with them last week, right?"
And then I'm like, Dad, it's the one that, and they're like, "Oh, okay, whatever."
Sure.
For me, from what I remember, my first friend his name was Daron. I lived in Queens Village. We just used to play wiffle ball. I don't know if you guys know what wiffle ball is. It's the one with the yellow bat and the little plastic white ball. Remember wiffle ball?
Why are you telling that to
I
us?
don't know.
What the heck?
I used to play wiffle ball with them. We used to play handball. We used to play box ball. I don't know if you know box ball. If you guys remember box ball, it's kind of like the box soccer we play here on the streets. We used to play a lot of things, and I remember one time I was so mad at him, I almost choked him out. Like I put him in a headlock, and I almost choked him out. And that was my like.
You're not a very good friend then.
I was not a very good friend. I used to have anger issues. I was like a little devil child. So shout out to
believe it.
Duran. I don't know if Duran will ever even remember me. I probably don't even look the same dweeby little skinny kid as before.
No, you probably
You're
do.
darker now.
Wow. Skin shaming.
That's called racism.
Yeah. But basically, Duran was really my first friend that I remember. But it kind of didn't last. Then I remember Jun and Mel Sim. I'm dropping names. They were really nice. I remember Jun was in the. This is really sweet, actually. This is a really sweet story. I remember Jun. We walked from PS33 to my house in Queens, but on the way there was a McDonald's, and he had $5, and he treated me to. I think it was probably one of my first cheeseburgers at McDonald's.
That is so.
So shout out to Jun Sim. Jun, if you're watching, love you, bro. I still
Oh my
love you, even though we
gosh,
don't
that's
hang
so
out.
sweet.
But yeah, that was really like one of my first, also recollection. Of,
Yeah.
Man, I can't even speak English, and I don't even know Spanish.
What
Of like
language
having
do
a really
you
good
know
friend.
then? My
Of
gosh.
having a really good friend, and then like I remember, oh, that's basically it for like as far as being young. And then as I went to like being like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, then it was just like I remember it was like 9 or 10 of us. It was like
Like big
JR.
groups.
Yeah, it was like a really big friend group. Like, but this was like from my neighborhood because we used to go bowling. So like I met all the kids from the
Bowling?
neighborhood. Bowling, yeah, I know.
So corny.
That's what Filipinos do. We do bowling
That's so corny.
and karaoke.
Did you have any friends that were girls though, or it was just all like boys?
I couldn't even get a girlfriend. How am I gonna get a friend that's a girl back then?
I mean, it's easy.
No, I had no friends.
You
over
said
there.
you were funny when you were.
I was funny, but I didn't have friends that were girls.
Oh.
He's ugly, that's why.
I had a glow up, right? No.
Do you even know what a globe is?
Yeah, it's like when you look better, right?
Oh my gosh.
So when I became like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, I just started hanging out with like JR, Mel, Jun, Dell. They're making fun of me on the side there. Who else? Roland, Joel,
Why are you
Steve.
name dropping? Oh, nobody cares.
I know. People are like, who are those people?
Who is that?
But they might be watching, so
Oh,
shout out
okay.
to those.
That's sweet.
We had a crew because we DJ'd called Two Crew Productions. Two Crew, Don
That
Paco.
is so corny. Oh my gosh.
So you guys think it's
You-
corny, but
you had
we
a-
were cool back then
You had a group name for your friend group?
because we were DJs. It was called Two Crew. It's not corny. Y'all be hating
What
hating
kind
on
of
the
songs?
show.
What kind of songs did you put?
We put like
as
the
a
things that you
DJ?
guys like now, all the R&B songs you be playing,
I don't
like
believe him.
112, Biggie with 112. What else? When you guys put like Jagged Edge, Mace. See, they know about Mace and Biggie 112. So you guys know. Anyway, we were DJs, so we grew up a lot. We hung out a lot, but they shaped me to be funny because they were all funny. But I was also funny, so we kind of cultivated that funny culture, just being funny, joking around all the time. They don't agree that I'm funny.
He's
No,
funny.
he's funny.
I agree.
I remember your first episode. Funny, sometimes cringy. Am I a fun guy? Am I a fun dad?
I mean, yeah, sometimes. Sometimes they get a little serious, corny, cringy, trying to be like Gen Z, like.
Yeah, you're funny but cringy. Is that a bad thing?
No, he's cringy. That's why he's funny.
Wow, shots taken. But my friends were so funny. Like we used to diss each other all the time. That's why I have a pretty much of a thick skin, unless I'm in a bad mood, where people just make fun of me because all we did was make fun of each other. But that was how we showed love. We had so much good like dissing battles. We just joked around all the time. So my friends really cultivated that like fun, funny comedy culture in me.
Sometimes me and my dad do dissing battles too, and it's so funny.
Yeah, I know. We just go on a rant like, "You're so ugly," blah 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 blah, and then Taylor says, "You're so fat," blah 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 blah. So mean.
Why do you think, Dad, that growing up with friends and like the people that you're friends with growing up, why are they so important in your life? Like
I feel like because
growing up and becoming the
because-
person that you are.
I think because that's a great question. I think it's when you're young, you're like developing your brain and your body and your sense of humor and everything, your personality. So I feel like if you're with a bunch of funny people, you're gonna be funny. So like I think that's where I get my funniness from because I was with just Everybody was so funny. We had such I used to cry laughing, and I used to get abs just from laughing, like crying. We used to do some messed up stuff that I can't say on air, but like,
Oh my
okay, I'll
god.
say one.
No.
I'll say one. We used to fart in a Coke bottle and then close it, and then when somebody was sleeping, we would just like open the cap and just slowly let it out while they were sleeping, and they would wake up like, "Oh, what's that smell?" So
Oh
bad,
my god.
so bad. They know about that. If y'all watching, you know, Two Crew knows about that, but it's a lot.
That shit.
They're laughing at the Two Crew name. Yeah, you guys are such haters. But that's, I think that's, to answer your question, Ava. I think that it's who you grew up with. So like, if you like, so we all like hip hop, reggae. Like Mel and Jun really were like the best DJs. I was just kind of like a fake DJ, carry crates. I would only mix the songs that actually were easy to mix. So I was like a fake
The
DJ.
loser.
But I love music. I know how to like pump up a crowd.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a loser. I went by the name of DJ Lance. Yeah, such a bad DJ name.
Why would that be?
Because I used to love the name Lance, but it wasn't like creative. It wasn't like DJ Scratch or something, or DJ.
What about DJ Ian? That's your actual name.
I know, but I wanted my name to be Lance because there was a group called NSYNC back then. I know this is really cringy. There was a group called NSYNC.
Taylor's side eye is so bombastic right now.
So like my friends, we knew how to like DJ, but it was just what was I talking? I forgot now. This is my ADHD.
So old.
My ADHD is kicking in. What was I talking about? I forgot.
I don't even know.
Anyways,
friend group.
no, like
Why is it important?
yeah. So basically,
So then, how did I end up being so funny? And I didn't grow up with any friends.
because you're part of you're part of my genealogy, my bloodline. I'm funny. You Taylor too, and you hang around me, and even though I'm not your friend, I'm like your dad. So
My dad is like my older brother that we just joke around. Like he's my dad but my older brother at the same time.
oh,
Sometimes seems like my
sweet.
young brother because he's a little stupid.
I do act immature.
He's a little immature for his age. He's about to be 50 years
Stop,
old.
stop age shaming. It was skin shaming, age, and before body shaming. Really bad guys. So back to the friends. Let's talk about friends. So yeah, my friend group was really funny, and it really just developed me as a funny. Especially at that time in my life, there was a lot of like turmoil in my family, and when I say turmoil, like, you know, my mom was single mom, and like my brothers were there, and they weren't really there. They were also work, so I was kind of like by myself. There was fighting in the family at that time too, so I used comedy to kind of just escape reality. So I would just hang out with my friends, just joke around all day. So that's why. What do you guys think? Like the same thing?
Like what? Like why is it important? What do you think, Ava?
I think that's important because I feel like growing up, like the people that you're surrounded with, the people that you hang out with, the way that they joke around, the way that they talk, the way that they listen, the music that they listen to, the way that they dress, everything influences you more. Like when you're a teenager, everything influences you, like anything. So I think it's really important because also there's like things that you can get into, things that can inspire you, that can do a lot of things that can like form you into the person that you are today, which you can obviously see with you. So
Yeah, it's important to have good friends that don't like only make you feel good and make you laugh. I don't know how to explain it.
but that
Because-
like also can
But that
you can have deep conversations and
because
talk
those are the
about
friends
life.
that really look at you and say, I want her to be a better person, because there's a lot of friends that can laugh with you and make jokes like that, but they're not gonna be there when you actually need them. They're not gonna try to make you a better person. So I feel like it's really important to have friends like that, because if you don't, they're not real friends, and they will try to get you into stuff. They will try to bring you down.
So do you think like as teenagers, it's important to have a good friend group, or because sometimes you feel lonely or you feel like you need someone to hang out with, like you're just like, let me just settle. I mean, I know probably what the obvious answer is, but I want to hear it from you guys.
I think that I've been in that situation where I've had no friends at all, and that like out of nowhere I had like this huge friend group of like 10, 12, 20 people like that would hang out in my room, and we would just like talk and laugh until we would literally cry
Yeah.
and like stuff like that. But when it was time to like talk about serious things, they weren't there, and they were not very good people and not good influences. So for me, like growing up, it was hard to understand like it's better to be alone and like figure your stuff out by yourself, and like find that really good one friend, even if it's your sister or somebody like from church or something like that. I would rather like be alone than have a bunch of friends that don't do any good for me. And I think that it's important to have good influences around you, people that like can inspire you, that can help you like move along in life, rather than like taking you back and be like, let's go to this party and let's go to this. Like, it's okay to like go to parties and like have fun and stuff, but I feel like also growing as a person with your friends is very important, and it's something that like forms you into the person that you are when you're an adult, and something that you can like, I don't know. I think it's really important to have good friends.
Yeah, I agree with Ava, but at the same time, um, I forgot what I was gonna say. I feel like it's not okay to have friends just because you feel alone, which I've done it before. Just I'm like I have no like people that are really like trying to for me, like make me a better person. I just have them because I feel alone and I want to hang out with them and I want to go out. Because it has happened to me before, and it's not okay to have a friend group like that are just there to just hang out with, because it's good and all, but when you really like feel hurt and you want to have a deep conversation, like Ava was saying, they're not going to be there for you. So I feel like it's not okay to have friends just to like because you feel alone and you want to fill that void that you have with people around you that don't try to make you a better person. But it also is hard when you feel alone and you're like, I want to hang out with somebody. So I don't know, like it's good, but it's bad at the same time. I don't
I
know
feel
how to
like it's
explain
it's
it.
not worth it having bad friends. Being older, like now, like it's not worth it having like a bad friend that like doesn't say anything to you when like you're hurt, or like doesn't like give you like words of knowledge, and like I don't know, that like doesn't push you along. I'd rather just be alone. Being older now.
For me, because I'm older and I have a family and I'm married, it's harder to make friends that way. Like when you guys are young, I think it's easier. There's no like restrictions, boundaries. You guys aren't taking care of kids. You guys don't have kids. You guys aren't married. So you kind of have like more freedom to kind of find. It's just where do you find those friends, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's like what you guys were saying. It's like you said, Ava. I rather not have any friends than have bad friends. That's great. You rather not you rather like not be stuck with people just to have people around because you're feeling lonely. Those are really good points because I've done that too. Um, but for me, like I've always had friends. I've just always been a friendly guy, and I just always connect with people that are like funny, that like basically like the same thing. Do you think you could be friends with somebody who's kind of like opposite than you, or do you think they have to kind of
Yes,
be?
100%. You can be friends with somebody opposite than you, because I've had, not gonna name drop, but I've had friends that like are very. Sometimes I'm very energetic, like Taylor. I'm very energetic. Sometimes I don't stop talking. Sometimes like I'm like, okay, let's go out, let's do this, let's do that. And I've had friends that are like, no, I want to stay at home. That don't talk a lot. That are more like shy, and I'm more like, let's go, let's do stuff, and they're more like on the shy side. So I think that you can have friends that are opposite than you, because I feel like it complements like your personality, but it's also good to have friends that have like the same interests as you and like have the same personality as you, because you guys can connect on a better like scale.
Well, I don't think you can have friends that are opposite than you, because if you have different likes and you're just like I'm really energetic, and I've had friends that are so boring, like not boring, like yes they're boring, and they don't want to go out, they don't want to do this, and I'm just like, come on, man. You know what I mean? So maybe it's just because I'm really crazy and energetic. That's why I don't get along with people that are not like me. But yeah, I disagree with that.
I think it depends on who you are. I
Yeah.
mean, if
Yeah.
if if Ava feels comfortable with somebody who's kind of like opposite than her, then that's fine. In this point of my life, like I feel like I'm surprised of the friends I have because not I don't have everything in common with them, but I just feel like it's a mutual respect. It's we do like some people don't have to have like sports like me or don't have to like hip hop, but we love God. So it depends. There's not I think not everything's gonna be like, oh, everybody's the same as you
Yeah, yeah.
and then everybody's like the opposite of you. So I think it's just a mixture. But when I was younger, it's different though. It was like everybody was kind of like the same.
Yeah.
Like when I was younger, it was rare that somebody was kind of different. Everybody was like an idiot, farting, burping, joking around.
Boy.
You're still like that?
Yeah. Wait, burping and farting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like with friends, I think that it depends on number one on the person if you can relate with somebody. Because right now, as an adult, I can relate with a lot of people. Because I don't know, maybe I am in a way mature. Really, not really. Really, not really.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So my next question is, can you be friends with a boy? For you girls,
You respond
can
first.
you be friends with a boy?
Well, right now, I would say no. Like as a teen, like as a girl, a teen girl, I feel like all the friends I've had that are boys, it ends up to something else. I'm not saying, oh my gosh, they fall in love with me, which sometimes
Yes, they do. They always fall in love with her.
sometimes it's the case, not all the time.
Almost
But
all
it's
the
just
time.
hard because it's always like boy and a girl, I like you. Like you can't have a connection with someone because it's just like you can't go out with them because they're gonna catch feelings. Well, in my point of view, like I know you can have friends because my dad has friends with girls, like normal. But just when you're a teen, there's always gonna be certain intentions.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I don't
I
know.
agree,
I don't know.
but I disagree.
It's hard.
I think you can be friends with the boy, like, but the boy obviously, for me, I know how boys are. A boy is not gonna be your friend if you're ugly. Like, they're not gonna talk to you. They're not. They're not gonna like look at you if you're ugly. I'm just telling you right now. So, like, you guys can be friends, but I think boys are so immature, and like, even if like you like do like the slightest thing, I think that they're gonna fall in love with you. But I have had friends that are just boys and that have never felt anything for me. Maybe because I'm ugly, I don't know. But
No, you're not. Stop. Girls try to be a pick me. Anyways,
but I think you can have friends with boys.
pick me is like, oh my gosh, pick me, choose me. Like you want to be like the starlight of everything. Like, oh
Okay,
my
no,
gosh.
I'm not pick me, but I'm just saying that I have been friends with boys, and there are times that it ends up like they're like, "Oh my gosh, Ava, I love you," and I'm like, "Boy, what?" And there have been times where they don't want anything, and we're just friends. Right now, I have no friends, but there has been times where I've been friends with boys where we haven't had any connection like that.
I want to ask Dad, how do you feel about us having friends that are boys?
Hmm.
My dad
Mhm.
didn't like it. Thanks for watching part 1.
Part 2 coming soon. Bye.